Is she the most beautiful woman you've ever seen?
Huh? She sure is.
Excuse me, I think I'm going to call the station and see if Hal's heard from that woman about James Stenbeck.
Tom, I am so glad you decided to come tonight. It'll show Margot that you're still fighting for her.
Well, I think you better thank Casey for that. He decided to come whether Lyla wanted him here or not, decided to talk me into the same thing. Earl, what's this about Hal having to stay in Oakdale to receive a call from some woman?
I'm not sure about the details. You better ask your mother.
Yes. Well, Roy came by Fashion, you see, this afternoon while Hal was there with a message from this woman who called up anonymously. She had some information about James Stenbeck, and she said that she just would give the message only to Hal. And so she's going to call the station late tonight.
I see. So that's why he couldn't come.
Yes, the important thing is, sweetheart, that you are here. Now, you make the most of it.
I intend to.
Hey!
Good to see everybody, especially you. Can I borrow Casey for a minute?
Go ahead.
You know, you have never looked more beautiful.
I was going to say that to you.
Go ahead.
Otis and Tony, this is my best friend, Dr. Casey Peretti.
Hi.
Well, hey, I'm glad you could make it.
Why's that? Why's that?
Well, look, Lyla was dead set against singing from now on, but she suddenly changed her mind when she looked up and saw you.
Oh, really?
And that's the song the critics are going to remember. So I'm glad you came.
You're not going to believe this one. You know that call that Hal was expecting?
Oh, no, don't tell us it didn't come.
No, it came all right. From Florida. The woman was in such a panic. She hung up before she said anything about James Stenbeck.
Go, James. I'm going to make this place so lovely for us. So, look, the fireplace is stocked with wood, and there's a small stock of wine in the kitchen.
Yes, you've thought of everything, haven't you?
Yes.
Are you sure your mother wasn't suspicious because you didn't go to the airport with her?
Not a bit. I just picked a fight with her about my allowance. She didn't even want me to walk to the door.
Very clever girl.
I know. It comes from being around you so much. Don't worry. It's probably just one of the servants. I haven't given out my new phone number yet, so...
Get rid of him as soon as possible.
I'm coming. Detective Munson, what...
Miss Lawrence?
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
What can I do for you?
I need to see your mother. I stopped up at the other house, and the servant said that she just left town and suggested I come down here and speak with you. Is this where you stay?
No. Well, I was thinking of cleaning it up and moving down here, but, well, what do you want to know?
Well, I'd like you to tell me if you know when your mother's going to come back and if you know how I can contact her.
Well, maybe if you told me what this was all about, I could help you out.
I need to speak to your mother. It's police business.
I think she left the name and the number of the hotel up at the house, so if you wouldn't mind coming with me, I could get it for you, so...
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't like it. What's he after snooping around down here?
Nick, you don't worry. I'll take care of Detective Munson.
Mom, it might be me, but I don't think that phone's gonna ring by you staring at it. Come on, you've hardly given Hal enough time to even get up to the Lawrence estate. Just relax, he'll call.
That may be a little hard to do when your father is staging a comeback.
Even if Dad does come back, it's not gonna be a big deal.
Your father has taken you away from me twice before. I'm not about to let him do it again, Paul.
Mom, the first time when I went away with him and Emily, he let me come back to you, and then the second time, I went on my own and stayed with him up at Stewart's cabin. And I've already told him on the phone that I will not be able to go away with him again.
I'm just afraid the next time it won't be up to you. Oh, God, I hope I'm wrong.
Mrs. Lawrence, darling.
Bob, just business? Just business.
Come on, James, cut it, huh? You're not stupid, you know? You were pulling the same tricks with her that you were pulling with Lucinda Walsh last winter. You know.
So you're jealous? That proves you still care for me.
That's not true.
Emily? If you are determined to moon gaze, young lady, at least take this. It's chilly out.
Okay. Thank you.
I can see something is really bothering you.
You guessed it before. I don't know. I guess my mother's call really did upset me.
It was the worst day in your life, the day that Susan got custody of you. She's never given you anything but a low opinion of yourself, which is probably the reason you got involved with a man like James Stenbeck in the first place.
Maybe.
Oh. You are gonna meet a wonderful man someday, a man you deserve, and you're gonna have beautiful children, and you're gonna give them all the love that Susan never gave you.
I hope so.
You mark my words. I'm gonna go now. Okay. I'll be back in the morning and have breakfast with you and Betsy.
All right.
Okay?
Good night, Grandma.
It's James, Emily. Calling because I'm coming back. I need your help to get Paul.
Mama, I'm speaking to you strictly as a fan, not as your daughter, all right? Objectively, I think you were fabulous, terrific, spectacular, incredible,
Keep going. It's going to my head.
Good, maybe it'll banish away all those insecurities now. What do you say?
Speaking of banishment, I was very surprised to see Tom here.
Yes, you weren't the only one, but let's not ruin the evening by talking.
Tom, it's so good to see you.
Thanks, you were brilliant. I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Mama, Casey, excuse me, I'm going to go congratulate Mr. Sutton.
Poor Tom. Margot just gives him the cold shoulder. I wish there was something I could do.
Darling, you've done more than enough. Well, you made that phone call to Hal, right?
What? I'm sorry. I can't hear you. No, no, no. It's so noisy. Early, excuse me. You just keep that sweet thought in your head, darling. I'll be right back. I want to give my son a little moral support. Lyla, you were magnificent.
Oh, thank
I hope this doesn't mean that you're going to come to New York and leave us now because of your success.
Could you excuse me for just a minute?
Sweetheart, I know that Margaret's behavior is just appalling, but now you know what you've got to do? You've got to be strong. You've got to just pick her up, swing her over your shoulder, and take her to a candlelit dinner. You know, that's something I never tire of.
I appreciate that, Mom, but I think we're going to have to work this out for ourselves.
All right. I understand.
Thanks.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Oh, but we can all use a little help sometimes.
I just want to thank you, Mr. Sutton, for everything you did for my mother.
I just opened a few doors. She's got a great future ahead of her if she wants it.
Mr. Sutton, you put a great show together. I'm Tom Hughes.
Why, thank you. What, you are a friend of Lila's?
A great friend. Actually, I'm a son-in-law.
Excuse me, Mr. Sutton.
Excuse me, Mr. Sutton. Margot, wait a second. Can't we talk like two civilized human beings? I mean, we're still husband and wife until the divorce is final.
Fine. You want to be civilized? We'll talk civilized. Why don't you be civilized and stop following me around? It's embarrassing to both of us.
No, I just wanted you to know.
I know what you want, Tom. I know what you want. You told me over and over again what you want from Washington, but it's not what I want anymore.
Well, I don't believe that.
Well, believe it. Oh, please believe it. Oh, or you drive us both crazy.